Y'all need the practice, y'all need the practice. Driving like a Franklin, shooting like a Franklin. Y'all need the practice, y'all need the practice. Walking like a Franklin, smoking like a Franklin. Franklin, 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 still. Franklin, 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 still. Chef from Maserati.
Oh, hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'll be reacting to Carnage versus the Predator. And yes, I know I was supposed to react to the Devil versus the Robot Devil, but I'm going to watch that in my own time, which that one was somewhat perfect for Christmas, but again, I decided to upload my COO. So, yeah. God damn it. But yes, that would have been a pretty good reaction to actually post. But I just decided just to watch in my own time because I don't have enough time to watch a 25-minute video. Well, at least like a 15-minute video. Anyways, back to the point. Carnage vs. Predator. I'm going with Carnage because I know his skills of Spider-Man, who basically has, I don't know, he can react faster than light, but either way, he's more ruthless. Predator, I'm not 100% sure on, but all I know, he does have a bomb that, I think that's powerful enough to destroy either a town, a city, or just vaporize everything. But either way, Carnage can just come back from that anyways. Yeah, because he can scale to Carnage, not Carnage, Spider-Man and Venom, which I believe Spider-Man tried to move the Hulk. Well, he's fast enough to move the Hulk. Well, yeah, he's strong enough to move the Hulk. I think he's just, I don't know. Crazy crap. I can't remember crap from my life. I can't remember Spider-Man's greatest strength feat for my life. But, yeah, I feel like Carnage would win because mainly of his regeneration. Because, again, he can't die. Well, you know what I mean. He can't die just from like simple explosives, shit like that. But without further ado, guys, let's get on with this video right now.
Now, rolling over hill is everyone's #1 job listing. My second personal favorite would be hunting, the art of stalking and killing helpless little prey.
Well, that's good and all. What happens if it turns out to be alien?
Correct, Doctor. Today's two combatants know how to act like predators and cause maximum carnage. Eh?
It's the start of the episode and you've already screwed it up. Nice going, idiot.
Totally worth it. Predator, the badass alien hunter.
And Carnage, Marvel's psychotic symbol of terror.
Important to note, people, will be using the average Predator Elite, while it has access to all of its weapons. This means no Super Predator or Mortal Kombat X Predator, or the one that fought Batman. Basically something akin to Wolf from Aliens vs. Predator 2 Requiem, if you will.
And for Carnage, we'll be using Earth 616 as its most fair.
And with that out of the way, I'm Demon and he's Archer.
And it's our job to analyze both these characters to the fullest to find out what would happen when these two fictional characters collide.
Oh, new banner, nice.
Space is a home to a vast array of fauna and other sorts of creatures. You just never know what might show up.
For example, us humans and animals on planet Earth.
For you at least. I, on the other hand, have existed since the beginning of time itself.
Yeah.
That's just a cover story, when in reality you're still repeating 7th grade for the 12th year in a row.
Not in front of the audience, Archer, come on.
But yes, the outer reaches of space are home to some very nasty critters. The most prideful of them being the Yucha.
The Yucha are a ceremonial race who really likes to hunt, and I mean really, really love to fucking hunt. It basically becomes their livelihood.
Talk about taking someone so serious and ends up becoming boring and stale pretty quickly.
That sounds oddly specific, Archer.
You wanna know another thing that's oddly specific? I bet some Yautja love going after donkeys for some horrible reason. What's more, make that donkey super OP and have it wreck everything it sees in 1 or 2 kicks because, I don't know, logic?
What?
Why does that seem familiar? Oh well, if someone were to do that, they would have to be pretty fucking stupid.
Back to the topic at hand, the Yautja bring the hunt to whatever planet they find, leading them to finding Earth and donning a new name for themselves. Predators.
Better than Yojada, that's for sure.
What's more, the Predator has a wide array of weapons and gadgets in order to dispatch the prey.
For starters, we got the wrist blade. Appropriately attached to its wrist, the Predator is able to slash at enemies and impale them on those two razor-sharp edges. Plus, since they are on their gauntlets, it makes it much easier to carry around.
And if it needs to, the Predator can also fire out those two blades as projectiles, which it usually does in drastic situations.
That's nothing compared to its plasma caster, a shoulder-mounted turret that can fire high-concentrated beams of, well, plasma.
If that's not enough, the Predator can
To be honest,
attach
I thought you
it
about
on
to
its
say
shoulder
bullets.
and mount the caster on its forearms. That way, if you're getting punched, expect a blast of plasma to follow suit and ruin your day.
Boom!
Just like those
Boom.
shifty gifts you give on Christmas.
I think getting a hole in your chest is way worse than getting a knockoff Game Boy for Christmas.
I always hated that Gametron 6900. They couldn't even speed games correctly.
Sure. Next up, the Predator's packing a staff-looking thing called a combi stick. Just imagine a staff, but it's collapsible. It has blades on it, and it's good for having a range advantage during a melee fight.
It's also be thrown like a javelin for some reason, so not as bad as getting that Gametron.
Predator can add to that range game thanks to its smart discs. I mean discs, not discs.
I gotta love it when someone makes a typo on the script. Smart dicks, the new way to hunt.
Can we please just no?
As Arthur was trying to say, the Predator has access to smart discs, which are able to disc-shape throwing weapons, which are basically inevitable.
Why?
The Predator
Please don't tell me
can
that.
use
Please don't tell me that's actually in the script.
Plus, these things can hover in midair before lunging at an opponent.
And the Predator has lots of these on hands. Talking about being smart with those dicks, eh?
I hate you, you know that?
Thanks for the compliments.
That's not
Why?
worry about. With this cloaking device, the Predator can turn invisible and remain out of the sight from its prey.
It allows the Predator to
Oh, yeah,
jump
that
on
ain't gonna
itself,
work for
so
Carnage.
explain how you see the outline from time to time, though.
Hey, at least it isn't as bad as King K rules.
Well, shit. You have a point there.
Don't forget about the biomask, which for those of you who don't know, is the Predator's faceplate, which it wears most of the time.
The mask comes with a couple handy features such as thermal and EM vision, a voice translator box saying, and zooming function, a native oxygen provider, and even the targeting diagnosis for its plasma caster.
Which explains how the Predator is always able to aim the thing manually.
The Predator also has access to a net gun, which fires a net. It's strong enough to trap anything, and whenever a person tries to struggle when caught, the net can tighten to the point where it cuts the flesh.
Jeez.
Creepy.
It's also packing a multitude of
That's not like
mines
horror
that have
level
laser
crap.
mines to shoot lasers, remote mines which can be thrown and blown up remotely, throwing mines which can be thrown, EMP mines which release an EMP, sonic throwing mines which fuck with the target's nervous system, fire plasma mines throwing mines that vaporize their opponents with plasma.
How many mines does a guy need to own?
I'm more concerned about the stupid names for these weapons. Net gun? Oh, I wonder what the fuck it does. Oh yeah,
Right?
shoot the freaking net!
I meant how many mines this guy owns, not the stupid names.
There's also a thing called a Power Punch Glove, which amplifies the Predator's striking power. However, it doesn't really use it a lot. Probably because of the stupid fucking name.
Lastly, the Predator's
Probably.
outlet itself is basically the Predator's high-tech. It contains all types of information. It's able to show a 3D map of the entire area, and also houses a self-destruct device that the Predator activates when it's about to die.
Yep.
Being the one with the weird countdown and the Predator flashes all blue and shit.
Yep, that's the one.
It's been said that the blast from this explosion is strong enough to destroy 300 city blocks. It's a shame the Predator only uses this as a literal last resort, people.
Even with its confusing array of weaponry, the Predator has achieved quite a bit.
Like how it can contend with the deadly aliens with the acidic blood.
Yep, and the Predator hunts them for sport as well.
Or
Why?
it's fast enough to dodge gunfire from not only a machine gun, but a helicopter.
That too. Plus the Predator is strong enough to tank enough shotgun blasts to its head and body, as well as an exploding arrow, which explodes things.
No, really, it freezes people.
The Predator can also stand in Antarctica without feeling any discomfort whatsoever. Mind you, the average temperatures in Antarctica can reach around negative 45 degrees Celsius.
Jeez.
Predator is also strong enough to tear out the spine, skull included, bust its steel door open, and with its brute strength alone, it can throw a pistol into the ground so hard that the pistol breaks.
Plus, the Predator has amassed a crapload of skills thanks to the rest of the movies and other media. Is there anything that can stop this menace?
Well, it's sense of honor for one. For some reason, it won't attack unarmed opponents unless provoked. Don't kill either women or children, and if it meets a worthy opponent, it would disregard most of its equipment just to have an even battle. What?
If that's not enough, the Predator can sometimes be a bit overconfident when hunting its prey. This can lead to it underestimating its enemy and causing a whole slew of problems.
So basically a mix of Goku and Bowser.
What a shitty sense of honor.
But other than that, it only serves as a hindrance to the Predator's abilities, as it doesn't have any other notable weaknesses.
One should be careful that they ever cross the paths of the alien hunter, and hope to escape alive. Terror can be expressed in a number of different ways. My personal favorite is to extort the shit out of my customers.
I would expect things such as killing people, creating fear, deleting your Minecraft account, you know, things like that.
Anything but Minecraft account.
Business is the best method.
A
I
Fortnite
didn't know
account.
you were in a shop down here.
The Demon's Bahamut, folks, the place where I change people's futures. Here's the catch, though. I lie, just get the money for free.
Hey, that's the original reason I stuck into your castle in the first place.
What? To get ripped off?
No, the reason on why I'm actually here.
Oh. Why are you here again?
This is why. I was once a part of a clan called the Green Archers. We're one of the most powerful ninja presences on Earth. Things were looking good for us.
But you run.
It happened.
What do you mean by that?
It was a late Tuesday night and we were in regular practice. Everything was fine until he showed up. Some blue, Master Chief looking midget man walked into the dojo claiming he was trying to find our secret weapon.
I know who you're talking about.
Wet paint.
Okay.
I tried to stop him, but he slipped on his own boat of paint and, I was no longer green. In my confusion, he was able to steal the weapon and I was outed by my clan because I was now red, forcing me to change my name. Wanting to be green again, I heard about your little business that can change one's future because you were stupid enough to reveal your portal's location on Google Maps.
Hey!
Resulting in me sneaking into your domain because you left the portal just lying out open in the middle of the North Pole.
Oh yeah. I should get that fixed. As soon as I explain why are you waiting for days just to try and threaten me?
Well, you did leave the door unlocked. Actually, everything was unlocked. Silly me to forget to bring arrows, however. Plus, the whole
God
co-host
damn
thing
it,
was just
demon.
to convince you to help me.
Didn't end up helping now, did it?
Oh well, there goes back the chance to be the Green Archer again.
Hey, after this season, I'll see what I can do. This is your punishment for saying that, so yeah. Wait, why does this blue midget man sound so familiar?
Demon, we're still doing Carnage's analysis, right?
Oh shit, sorry about that, people. Onto the actual analysis.
Before he was known as Carnage, Cletus Cassidy was the walking definition of insanity.
We're talking about a guy who killed his own dog and grandmother when he was a child. He even burnt down the orphanage he went to afterwards. Gee.
What?
You think that's bad? After growing up and finally
No,
being
really,
caught by the
but
police,
still.
he was charged for 11 murders.
And that's just the 11 we know about, people.
Afterwards, Cletus' story would have ended if it weren't for the power of sheer coincidences. Turns out the cell he was being held in was also shared by former journalist Eddie Brooke.
Oh,
Oh.
you know, Eddie, just a guy who got this alien symbiote that allows him to transform into a terrifying monster and wreak utter destruction to everything in his wake. Totally normal.
Eddie,
Totally.
aka Venom, was able to escape his cell thanks to the symbiote. Only one problem before the Venom symbiote kinda... how do I say this?
Oozed out its own spawn out of nowhere.
Add that to the long list of plot inconveniences.
With no one else but Cletus and the newly formed symbiote in the cell, you could see what happened next.
A newly born symbiote plus a deranged homicidal man. All of us together into one, and there's going to be some problems.
The symbiote fused with Cletus through a cut on his body, creating a pair so dangerous it would become known as Carnage.
After escaping the prison, Carnage set out on the only thing he loved. Destruction, destruction, and more destruction.
With a hit of
Carnage has the
murder.
right tools for the job in order to carry out his sadistic pleasures.
To start, there's Carnage's suit, which is quite different from other symbiotes. Since the symbiote fused with Cletus' bloodstream, the suit it creates is this unique and downright creepy mesh of blood and flesh that covers Cletus' entire body in the thing.
But when it's time to kill, the suit grants Carnage superhuman speed, strength, durability, and alongside some other nifty abilities.
Such as how the symbiote itself has a genetic memory for remembering things and regenerates from Cletus' own blood, making it nigh impossible to get rid of.
The suit also grants Carnage some ridiculous regeneration. Whenever you try cutting off his head, it always comes back. If you try stabbing him, it'll treat it like a walk in the park. It kicks in the motherfucking balls. He doesn't have to worry about that anymore, folks.
But that's not enough. Carnage also has access to this weird 360-degree vision, which allows him to see or sense threats all around him. It's basically like the spider sense, but much more bizarre.
You know what else is more bizarre? The ability to shapeshift into anything he wants. This includes doubling his height, stretching out certain parts of his body, or just up turning into a puddle on the floor if he wanted to.
With this, Carnage is able to unleash tendrils sort of similar to Spider-Man's webbing that serve a similar function. They allow Carnage to not only swing across large places, but also allow him to ensnare people, essentially trapping them.
If that's not enough, Carnage can also fire out sharp mini projectiles from his suit in rapid succession, which allows him to overwhelm an opponent from long range.
If Carnage gets in close, however, and the opponent has an open wound, he can transfer part of his symbiote into the enemy in order to essentially possess them. Imagine having some psychotic freak controlling your every action.
Ha! That's cute, Archer. How about Carnage's ability to form into any weapon he wants?
What?
I'm not kidding. Carnage can basically form any weapon that he wants, from axes to scythes to swords and knives, spears, maces as well. Oh my!
Plus, he can detach these for whatever reason. Just if he's feeling like he wants to hurl a large, self-created bloody axe at somebody.
Simply stunning.
Lastly, Carnage's suit allows him to, well, climb up walls, just like Spider-Man.
Nice job, moron.
Let me guess, were you going to say how the symbiote basically protects Cletus from everything?
Yeah?
Of course you were. Now, feats, if you would, Demon.
But for starters, Carnage has been able to give out an ass whooping to both Spider-Man and Venom. And if you don't know, both of those guys don't fuck around.
Carnage was so much of a threat that Spider-Man and Venom had to make truce in order to gang up on him.
His durability is insane too. Once he survived getting ripped in half by Sentry, aka Marvel's Superman, a gene bomb designed to destroy the world, several beatings from other characters, most knownly as Deadpool and Iron Man.
Heck, the guy shrugs off bullets and missiles as if they were nothing. And no matter how many times he's ripped apart, he always keeps coming back thanks to the symbiote being able to reform out of a single drop of blood.
And for strength? Yeah, no, Carnage is capable of tossing cars, trucks, and even a tank like they're nothing. He was also able to penetrate Wolverine's adamantium armor by biting it.
What?
Though it has on multiple occasions broken walls, ceilings, and another chunk of his power.
And his speed is, well, unfair to say the least. Not only is he able to tag Spider-Man and Venom, Carnage himself is able to move at 2 miles per hour in only a couple seconds, and was able to spread his tendrils across the entire city in a matter of minutes, and is capable of taking out citizens and other goons before they can even react.
For fuck's sake, Carnage was able to kill a person once by traveling through the internet.
Alright, I gotta leave, okay?
John, we just started. Come on, man.
Listen, there's a lot to see in this life. I'm not wasting it here.
What? Don't forget he was able to tag Nova, the same one who was able to travel through galaxies in a matter of minutes.
With all this crap, what's stopping Carnage from basically dominating the world?
There are two main reasons, actually. One, Carnage is a symbiote and therefore is prone to the weaknesses. This means a good sound or fire-based attack will be able to affect him and negate his regeneration powers.
I guess so. While he has shrugged off these types of attacks in the past, enough of them are certainly capable of dispelling the symbiote.
And secondly, this dude is still completely insane. How, you may ask? Well...
more so than Deadpool. And those two fought another. If you're crazier than a work with a mouth, problems will arise.
This does hold Carnage back from thinking of sane ideas and acting on them. Meaning Carnage just kind of goes at the flow and only hopes that he kills his target.
Then again, he's always bloodlusted.
Still, if Carnage wasn't so insane, he'd be a much deadlier opponent.
But does it really matter at this point? Never cross paths with the alien psychotic killer, or else you might end up as his next meal.
Alright,
nothing, I'm not hungry.
It's time to settle this debate.
It's time for these two fictional characters to collide.
That's just unfair. This is just an unfair fight.
anyone else see that coming, or was it just me?
No.
While the Predator was a skilled combatant for sure, he had a bucket load of experience. The absurdity of Carnage is just too much for Stevie Wonder lookalike to handle.
One thing we should get out of the way, though, first is why we use an elite ranked Predator with all of its weapons in Earth 616 Carnage. In short, it was the fairest matchup we could work with without being turned into a giant stomp-rated character or ruining the rules of FCC.
Such as combining every Predator that exists, including the Super and Elder Predators into one.
Or using a completely different host other than Cletus. Heck, even a different version of Carnage as well.
Or how just using the Jungle Hunter alone is basically murder.
Or just combining every Carnage there is into one, and so on and so on.
Of course, these bring up so many more complications on who would win that it would make it too complex, resulting in us deciding on what we did. I hope people can understand.
No one's ever going to understand what people doing versus debating Archer.
Uh,
Now for the results!
Not wrong.
For everything the Predator can do, Carnage can do better.
Predator can break open steel doors and tear out human spines.
But Carnage can just chuck any relative vehicle with ease, alongside flinging characters such as Venom around a city like it's nothing.
Predator can dodge missile and gunfire.
But Carnage can not only keep up with Spider-Man and Venom, but his tendrils can stretch across a city in only a couple of seconds. Plus he can already reach Mach 2 speeds by himself too.
The Predator has all kinds of unique weapons.
But Carnage can create whatever the hell he wants thanks to that suit, trumping any versatility the Predator have. Heck, Carnage can just possess Predator if it tried to get close enough.
The Predator has a cloaking device.
Yet Carnage's 360-degree spider sense vision thing will just be able to predict where Predator
Exactly.
will attack while using it.
Predator can
I hate my tablet for doing that. It basically cut out because I didn't have enough storage on this shit, so I basically fixed that. Let's get back into it.
contend with his xenomorph.
Yes, Carnage has fought with Spider-Man, Venom, Deadpool, his own doppelganger at one point, the Wizard, and a whole bunch of other characters he ran into over the years.
If it already wasn't looking bad for Predator, it had no way to get past Carnage's regeneration.
It really
Not only
did.
does it have the strength to overtax it, but the Predator will only be able to take so many hits before it gets obliterated.
But what about his plasma weaponry and suicide bomb, you may ask?
Yeah, about those. While the plasma caster and such could pose a major annoyance to Carnage due to his heat factor, since plasma can reach around a whopping 20,000 to 30,000 degrees Celsius, possibly even higher. And keep in mind, the average human blood basically disintegrates at even around 980 degrees. This could be debatable, but still, major issue.
However, Carnage's already insane speed will make it so that the Predator won't even be able to hit him. Those targeting diagnostics wouldn't work due to Carnage being able to dodge basically anything, and if the Predator tried hitting Carnage manually, yeah, good luck with that, buddy.
Plus, due to the Predator's sense of honor, it would most likely ditch any of its plasma weapons to fight a quote-unquote honorable battle, due to never contending with a fighter such as Carnage. That right there is a big no-no.
But that leaves the suicide bomb. Would that be any help?
Nope.
Sadly, no. Not only will Carnage most likely kill the Predator before it could activate it, if it were activated by sheer luck, Carnage's speed once again will ensure that Carnage would be able to outrun it before it explodes. Either way, it's no help here.
Dang, those are the only two advantages the Predator have. Combine that with Carnage's already insane stats, it was not long before the Predator faced his final hunt.
Oh yeah.
While the Predator had experience, Carnage just outclassed it in about everything else, making this a pretty one-sided duel.
Sadly for this Predator, the hunter became the prey, resulting in massive carnage as we marvel at the fact why the Predator didn't mind its own business. Don't ya agree, Archer?
That has to be the worst pun that you have ever made.
Bite me.
No. The winner is Carnage.
Next time on FCC.
Obviously, I can jump high and cling to pretty much any wall. And it's
Spider Frog. Spider Frog.
about 20 meters. Oh yeah, and I can spit out my stomach so I can clean it. That's not really useful. Finally, I also secrete a toxic mucus. It just stings a bit.
No. Oh boy. My Hero Academia Season 2 full opening peace sign. That's what it was. No.
There's a
But anyways,
lot of customizations that you.
But anyways, that'll do it for this fight because this was actually pretty one-sided. Sadly. But Froppy versus Greninja. I swear, I keep on thinking this, but Greninja cut a mountain in half with a shuriken. Which I can't remember what episode was it from. They're in a helicopter and they had to stop some Pokemon. Greninja missed an attack and hit him and sliced open a mountain. I can't remember what episode was it. I gotta rewatch the freaking X, Y, and Z. But anyways, with that, alright, that's basically it. Without further ado, guys, please punch the like button, phone, computer, tablet, wherever you use to watch this video. Stop it with your freaking spear. And also, use your suicide bombs to subscribe to my channel, and also comment down below who do you want to see on my versus series or a fight. If you got a fight that you want me to do, comment down below. Also, plus comment down below what do you want me to react to, and I will do it whenever I get a chance. Original video will be down in the description below. And without further ado, guys, peace out.